Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and today I'm playing Stormbound Secrets, a 0282 visual novel. So this will be a shorter one, but I had to check it out because I was very intrigued by the title, and upon looking at the game synopsis, the key words that I feel really drew me in were storm, secluded cabin, and handsome stranger. Um, Literally, those were like the three main descriptors, I feel. So I'm intrigued. Um, but we will see exactly what's going to happen in such a scenario. So let's just get into it. I will say I really like the title page. I like how the title's done with all the different like gradients of the colors and also the flowers and such. So very nice. Let's just get into it. Out of breath, I opened the door to a secluded cabin in the middle of the woods. Who's the owner of this house? Still, any place that puts a roof over my head is better than staying outside during a magical storm. Okay, so that's what's happening. We immediately are in this house slash cabin, and we can definitely see the magical storm going on through the windows there. But this is definitely a lived in house, or currently occupied house, because the fire's going on the left side, and I see a bed and a couple of chairs and a table, so someone's here, so I guess we'll find out. Perhaps it's the handsome stranger that the game synopsis had mentioned. I'm assuming we're Xandra. Someone must have upset the Great Dryad severely. Her anger influences the weather.
Is that why the storm is raging?
Oh, Silas, hello. Random, sorry for intruding into your home. I guess, I'm assuming that's why the storm is raging. I give the person speaking a startled look. I'm not alone in the cabin. I would have. I gathered that. It's okay. I would also be startled.
I didn't expect to have company during the storm. How delightful.
Okay. Okay, you seem very, what do you call that? Not pleasant. That's fine that you're pleasant, but like, easygoing is more what I was looking for. Okay. Choices. I won't be here long. I mean, you kind of will. The storm's gonna keep going. What brings a man such as yourself to these parts of the woods? Is it also someone like you've also stopped by this cabin and are taking shelter? It's a line that I won't be here long, so we're gonna go for two.
I could ask the same question.
Okay, well, you give me information, I'll give you information.
What do you mean, a man such as myself?
I don't know. That was a very interesting choice of words.
Handsome, elegant, eloquent.
Well, I mean, more so maybe. I mean, we could say those things. We could also say maybe. You just seem kind of. I don't know what this universe is in the story, but it's like maybe you just seem out of place. Maybe you appear very much more in contrast to this, like, more, rustic setting of, like, the cabin in the woods. Also, I don't know, whatever. You are handsome. I could I don't know about, I mean, elegant, maybe. Eloquent, maybe also. Not sure. Definitely not modest. Here.
Modesty is overrated. Knowing one's worth is far more valuable.
Mm hmm. Okay. I mean, yeah. I take a good look at the bag on the man's hip.
What are you looking at?
The bag at your hip. He fiddles with the strap of his bag. Suspicion appears on his face.
You're not human, are you?
Am I not human? I guess not. I give him a wide smile. That depends on how you define human. I like that answer. Is a human a person who feels and speaks?
You know that's not what I meant.
Well, I don't know. I'm just throwing your energy back at you. The man takes a few steps back, putting some distance between us. What is in that bag, I wonder? Continuing to smile, I step closer. He moves farther away until his back hits the wooden wall. He holds the bag close, as if it houses something very precious. The midnight flower is in that bag of yours, isn't it?
I don't understand how you even got into this cabin. I used a magical spell that should have blocked you and your magic from entering.
Hmm. Well, apparently we are more powerful than you thought. You're powerful, Silas the Grand Mage, but I'm strong too.
The Great Dryad.
Oh. That's me, the person from whom you stole the midnight flower. The being causing the magical storm to rage outside. The protector of these woods. Right now, I'm in my human form. That's how I was able to get through your spell. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Nice loophole. But fear not, I still have full access to my magical abilities. The man swallows. He gives me a hard look.
I'm not giving you back the flower.
Okay, I'm curious why Silas wants the flower in the first place. But you know, you did steal from our character, so we're gonna have to get that flower back. Then we're at an impasse. The midnight flower is needed for me to be able to control the flow of magic in these woods. Why have you stolen what is mine? The man looks down, his lips pursing into a thin line. It looks like he doesn't want to share the truth with me. I read that weirdly. I'm sure you had good reason.
Don't act like you care. Dryads only care about their woods.
You don't know me. Try me. He looks back up at me with hope in his eyes.
A strange magical illness has befallen my village. A sickness for which even I could discover no cure. I need to use the midnight flower in an alchemical experiment.
Okay.
Then I can cure everyone.
Okay, so I did read that there are 3 endings. I'm either assuming that obviously choosing to let Silas have the flower is one thing, one ending, and then getting the flower back is another, and then maybe the third is like maybe pretending a bit more about about my identity as the Great Dryad. Who knows? Maybe there's a third option or a different third option that I'm not thinking of. I'm going to say very, very quickly in return, and we'll try having the flower given back to me first, and then we'll see what ensues from there, and then come back to this choice and see if we let Silas have the flower, what happens. I don't care what happens to your village. The woods need the midnight flower.
You're just as I thought you to be. A vicious creature.
Well, like, would I get the flower back? Like, is it possible to get the flower back in some form? Only when I have to protect my own, much like you're trying to do.
I'm not giving the flower back without a fight.
Ooh, magic fight. Magic gathers in the palms of Silas's hands. Fire burns. I take a step back, gathering my own powers of nature. Vines spring from my feet and wander towards the mage. He burns the vegetation, but I don't relent. Make a whip of vines, maybe? I don't know. I strike at Silas with a whip of vines. He burns through my attack, but I just create even more vines, raining blow after blow at him. Finally, I manage to bind him with my nature powers. I take the flower out of his bag.
Curse you.
I leave him on the floor of the cabin, bound by my magic. As I disappear into the woods, I wonder if I've done the right thing by not showing the mage's village mercy. Ending 3, Vicious Protector. Okay, that's fun. I like that. Well, you know, if we're gonna play into, you know, the whole being a vicious creature, then we might as well. I am curious. I don't know, like, will the flower return in some form, or is it also going to leave the woods very, unstable in its state? Like, is it continue to be storming? Plus, like, will the woods die? Because that's also a consequence of the flower leaving, or it could be a consequence of the flower being taken out of this particular vicinity. Okay, we're gonna load that choice back in because I'm curious. You can have the flower.
What? You're really giving it to me? Just like that?
Maybe we, as the great dryad, are just tired and don't really. We just kind of want to move on with our existence, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know the consequences of this flower leaving the woods here, so who knows? You have a noble purpose. But without the flower, I won't be able to control the flow of magic. That was my question. Chaos will come to these woods.
Since you're helping me, I'm going to help you too.
How?
Once I've administered the cure, I'll return to help you with the forest. I'm a powerful sorcerer after all. I'm sure we can figure out how to tame the magic together.
Silas swears to me that he'll return, and as he does, we soon figure out a new way to control the magic of the woods. Silas's village is saved as well. Ooh, ending 1, mutual help. Okay, well that's like nice then. I like that ending. Though I am curious more about what that all like entails. Like, how was the woods controlled from the chaos that, was spurred on by the lack of the midnight flower? Very curious. We're gonna go back up here. I think I'm gonna go with this first choice and saying I won't be here long. I won't be here long. Just until the storm ends.
Oh, by all means, feel free to stay for as long as you'd like. I'm not complaining about being in the presence of such a beautiful woman.
Okay, turning up the charm meter over there, Silas. I take a good look at the bag on the man's hip.
What are you looking at?
He fiddles with the strap of his bag. Suspicion appears on his face.
You're not human, are you?
I give him a wide smile. I'm gonna go with the second choice. Right now, I'm as human as I can be.
And what about other times?
The man takes a few steps back, putting some distance between us. Continuing to smile, I step closer. He moves farther away until his back hits the wooden wall. He holds the bag close as if it houses something very precious. The midnight flower is in that bag of yours, isn't it?
I don't understand how you even got into this cabin. I used a magical spell that should have blocked you and your magic from entering.
You're powerful, Silas the Grand Mage. But I'm strong too.
The Great Dryad.
Dun-dun-dun. That's me, the person from whom you stole the midnight flower, the being causing the magical storm to rage outside, the protector of these woods. Right now I'm in my human form. That's how I was able to get through your spell. But fear not, I still have full access to my magical abilities. The man swallows. He gives me a hard look.
I'm not giving you back the flower.
Then we're at an impasse. The midnight flower is needed for me to be able to control the flow of the magic in the woods. In these woods. Why have you stolen what is mine? I don't know if the choices I made are going to lead to a third ending here. If it doesn't, I'll have to look up how to do that. And if I can't look it up, then we're going to leave it because ending 2 will be escaping me, I guess. We'll see. Let's just see if I can skip until a new... Well, I guess I should resave. Let's see if this happens. If I give back if I let him have the flower, if it's still the same
What?
thing.
You're really giving it to me? Just like that?
No, that was still the first ending. Let's see. I don't care what happens to your village. The woods need the midnight flower.
You're just as I thought you to be.
Maybe try to bind, or do I make the choice here and we aren't successful and we we aren't successful and we can't take back the midnight flower, but we don't get help? Probably. Try to bind him with the vines again. My vines creep towards him again, but Silas again burns them away before my magic can damage him. He makes a ball of fire in his hands and sends it flying towards me. I dodge. Again and again we attack each other with our magic, until finally a ball of fire hits me straight in the chest. I fall to my knees, wincing in pain. My body isn't really human. It won't die from fire like a real human's would. Silas only needs this one opening to run past me and escape the cabin. I'll have no strength to pursue him until I recover, and once I do, I realize I've lost his trail. Ending 2. Treasures lost. Okay, nice. I'm curious about this world, or if this is just like a one-off situation. But that was very fun. I'm glad I found it at the end because I was a little confused, but I guess it doesn't really matter in the beginning, those first 2 choices, what you make more or less, just to have a bit more stimulating conversation, I guess. But yeah, that was fun. I'll leave the link in the description. I'll leave the link for the game in the description below if you would like to check out this game some more for yourself and other games that the game dev has created. Very nice for a very short game. Again, the O2A2 visual novel game jam is a very strict game jam in the sense that there's like an 1,000-word limit. As the name suggests, it's only one of any asset, which means like a background asset or a character sprite or a voice actor or music file, sound file. I'm not sure. So it's amazing to see what people are able to do within those limits. So good job. And I really liked it. I am very intrigued by this like world and universe, and hopefully I'll be able to check out more in the future. But anyways, if you like the video, please press the like button, and if you'd like to see more visual novels as I play through them on my channel, then feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!